Hello BYU Cougar fans, welcome back. It is the editor with Blue Cougar Football, and we're talking the BYU Hawaii game. Some more thoughts and analysis on what just happened. And I'm very glad that it is a win that we get to talk about this time. Definitely should have been a win because my oh my, that Hawaii team was bad. I didn't realize how bad they really were until actually watching them. I knew they had some ugly losses, and their only win was against one of the, what I believe is one of the most terrible FCS teams out there. But I was really surprised that this Hawaii team, with Norm Chow as their coach, that they didn't come in with a little more energy, fire, passion, and make at least put some points on the board. So this Hawaii team's really bad, really struggling, or maybe BYU's just a little bit better, especially on defense than we really understand. But it was a great defensive effort once again. 149 total yards given up. Just 1 of 12 third down conversions, 41 rushing yards. It was a great game by the defense. Caused 3 turnovers. So I don't want to take anything away from them by saying Hawaii was that bad. This is a great BYU defense, and now that they've got a shutout under their belts, we can actually start asking the question. Is this the best BYU defense ever, I guess? I know some people have been asking it already, and I'm actually going to weigh in on that hopefully later today. I'll have something up on the site kind of pointing out some things to consider and debating it, so to speak. So look for that. But really the big story we know is Taysom Hill. Jamal Williams, a pair of freshmen, true freshmen who really kind of had their coming out party. We've seen them in intermittent places in the other games this season, and we've seen glimpses at what they could do, and now they really played a full game, got the most reps out of anybody at their positions, and they had nice games. Williams, 155 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, averaged 10.3 yards per carry. Taysom Hill with that nice long 68-yard touchdown run, 143 yards on the ground himself, 9.5-yard average. That's even with 4 sacks. So he would have had 11 yards per rush, 165 yards if he hadn't been sacked at all. So that was very impressive, seeing what those guys did on the ground, and very exciting. Now, we've got to be careful how much of the Taysom Hill Kool-Aid we actually drink. As a passer, he's still very raw and needs to get better at that. He was just 12 of 21 for 112 yards. That's only 5.3 yards per attempt. And as I said, he was still sacked 4 times. Even with his great mobility and elusiveness, he was sacked 4 times. And he's got to get better at the passing game, even though he had some very nice plays that I liked, especially the very first play of the game. The way he was able to check off once he got that pressure in his face and hit the fullback, Zed Mendenhall. And also there was one of those quick screens that they were going to do, but then he noticed the defender was right there, would have batted it down, and so he tucked it under and turned that play into a positive by picking up some yards. So there was a lot to be impressed with. But Hill still has a long ways to go, as a passer, but I'm excited for his future. Ross Appo, is very nice to see him back in action, back involved. He got that nice touchdown pass, got the ball to him in open space, and he was able to run it in. That was very good to see. And I was also impressed with Paul Lasike. He got in there in scrub time, but he's an animal. This guy, he just picks up yards. Looks like he wears the number 33, and he's gonna take over for Brian Correa. He could become our go-to back in short yardage situations. And you know, he can catch the ball as well. Got that 25-yard pass. Cody Hoffman's human. That's a big news flash. I was shocked by the number of passes that he didn't come up with that he normally comes up with. I mean, wow. Man, the guy's human. But I expect him to get back to his old ways. And just a couple other notes here before wrapping it up. The 2 extra points that we missed. Don't know why Riley Stevenson's actually been doing the extra points all season since Sorensen has supposedly been healthy. He was our best place kicker ever last year, 100%, going, it was what, 43 of 43 or 46 of 46. So of all the BYU kickers who have gone 100% on extra points in a season, they've never come anywhere close to having that many attempts. So I'll expect to see him doing all the other extra point kicking the rest of the year. But kind of makes it's pretty ironic, I think. You know, the week after Bronco Mendenhall catches a lot of heat for going for 2 instead of kicking the extra point, and then the place kicker misses 2 extra points. So maybe you know, it wasn't such a sure thing that BYU was going to tie up the game and put it into overtime up at Boise State. Hawaii, at the end of the game, I was real surprised how, for their final 2 drives, Coach Chow just called straight run plays. It's like he didn't even want to score. He didn't care if his team was going to get shut out. I mean, where's the pride? Where's the self-dignity that you have? I mean, even, you know, UNLV in 2010, they scored a touchdown in the last minute of the game to rob BYU of a shutout. Because, I mean, you don't want to be shut out, and so you do whatever you can to win, even if it's going to be in garbage dump time at the very end of the game. Those points still go on the scoreboard, and you don't have that ugly shutout to your credit. So I don't know what Chow was trying to do there. If it's going to be some sort of motivational point to use with his team to say, hey, come on guys, look at this, we got shut out now. We gotta do better. But that was surprising to me. Hated to see all the injuries. Those 2 defensive linemen going down like that for Hawaii, that was scary. Hopefully they'll be able to recover and they'll be all right. Michael Alisa going out with his arm injury, that's not good. You never want to see that. And yeah, the offensive line, that looked nice. The way the offensive line was blocking and getting after it. I just wish I knew how much of it was because Hawaii's not that good, or how much of a wake-up call the linemen got, and they really want to make this season better. They know a lot of it starts with them. Kyle Van Noy, the week after being added to the Bednardic watch list, he made some nice plays that's starting to become his trademark. Making a sack and knocking the ball out. Not just knocking the ball out, having it fly out. Did that against Ole Miss. That's how he scored his touchdown. Did it again earlier this year against Weber State. And now he did it again with the Hawaii quarterback. But I'm just really glad I'm not playing quarterback for one of these teams coming up against BYU, because that's scary. Kyle Van Noy is scary. Scary good. So again, it was great to see BYU win 47-0. Hopefully we'll be talking about another great win next week with Utah State coming up on Friday. That's it for this week. Go Cougars!